Howdy, gang. Jeff McAleer here, and I just want to take a few moments to give you an update on what's going on with my father, as well as what's happening with the gaming gang, as well as the gaming gang dispatch. So, if you weren't aware, my father had a heart attack on the morning of July 5th, and he was going to go cut the grass. Now, he's got a ride-on mower, which I still don't like him doing that, but it keeps him active because my father is 85. He'll be 86 on July 21st. So anyway, so he's getting ready to go out there in the morning, and he came back in. He said, I'm not going to mow the lawn. I'm not feeling too good. And I asked, well, what's wrong? I thought maybe he was nauseous or something. He said, well, I got a pain that, it's not bad, but it's not going away. So I asked him if he wanted me to call an ambulance, and he said, no. I said, well, let's at least go to the emergency room. And one of the things is we had an ambulance come here a few years ago, and the time it took for the ambulance to actually get here is a little more than it actually would take us to drive over to the emergency room. And I know it's not the smartest thing to do, but he was coherent, he was talking, he was moving around. So he just was saying, I got this pain, it's lingering. So we got to the emergency room, and it turned out, yes, he was having a heart attack. So currently he's in the ICU. He is scheduled for triple bypass or maybe quadruple bypass surgery on Monday. We don't have a time scheduled just yet. They didn't do it sooner because his enzyme levels were elevated. They needed to get them down. They are going down, so that's a good thing. So we know this is a very high-risk procedure, and my father knows it as well. He's 85 years old. So as far as we understand, if everything goes well, then he's going to end up spending about 5 to 7 days more in the hospital, which, unfortunately, my father was thinking, well, geez, Jeff, you had a triple bypass, and you were out 3 days later. Then again, I'm not 85 years old. So they're talking about 5 to 7 days, and then this is most likely, right? I mean, it's possible he could be out of there in 2 days. He could be like, bam, I'm fine, let's go. That is a possibility. It is not a likely possibility, though. So about 5 to 7 days in the hospital, and very possibly up to 6 weeks in a rehab facility. So that is what we're looking at right now. So, a few things. You're going to probably see some videos pop up in the next few days on the channel. Those I already shot. That's stuff that I shot over the holiday weekend, the 4th of July weekend. So they're already in the can. I've just been kind of hanging on to them, and I think, well, it doesn't take much effort for me to post, a video on YouTube and on the website. So you'll see those coming. So if you see those videos, I don't want you to think, oh, well, everything must be fine. I'm still not really around. Also should mention that my dad has told my brother and I to go to Comic-Con. And I personally would not, but there are people who have deposits already for rooms and airfare, and if we cancel, that's like $2,000 out of pocket for these folks, for my brother and our friends. And I have to go because I'm the press contact, right? So anyway, and the reality is, as my dad has told us, there's not really anything that my brother and I can do other than sit around in a hospital room or a rehabilitation facility, which I'm not even sure how much visitation you get. I assume it's like a hospital. So I'm going to be going to Comic-Con, and I'll also be going to Gen Con, because Gen Con, of course, is later on down the line. Anyway, so I know people are going to think that's weird, and I personally think it's kind of weird. maybe not Gen Con so much. But my dad was vehement. He was like, no, you guys are going. So anyway, so you'll see some Comic-Con stuff, maybe, probably, I don't know. As far as the Gaming Gang website, I'm going to try to post some news here and there from time to time. It's not like I'm at the hospital 24/7. The live show probably will not return until I get back from Comic-Con, and then there's about a week between Comic-Con and Gen Con. I might try to squeeze in a live show or two before then, but I don't imagine anything going on, well, obviously, this week and next week. But follow me on Twitter, because I always tweet if there's what's on the live show and things like that. So lastly, I also want to thank everybody out there for all their kind thoughts and prayers, either through Twitter or here on YouTube. I've had some folks send emails. Thank you so much. My dad was really amazed that complete strangers out of nowhere from the ether were sending him get well wishes. So that made him smile. So he's in fairly good spirits. He's kind of in the situation that I was in, where I had to sit around the hospital for days and days before. In fact, it was 6 days, if I remember correctly, before I underwent surgery. So it's a bummer. And of course, he can't move. So they actually have a balloon inserted that's helping his heart pump. So anyway, I know I'm kind of rambling. I don't script things. I don't script anything. But I did want to, just take a few moments, let everybody know what's going on, and say thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate all the kind thoughts and prayers that have been sent. So thank you very kindly. Stay tuned. I will be back. I just don't know when. So take care, everyone.